A helpless white lion cub hangs between life and death, surrounded by hungry hyenas, abandoned by fate. But what his mother does next is so shocking, it changes everything. The African savanna stretches endlessly beneath the burning sun, a land where every shadow hides a predator, and every sunrise brings a new battle for survival. Golden grass sways in a hot wind, carrying the distant roars of lions, the laughter of hyenas, and the trembling heartbeat of the wild. This land shows no mercy. Only the strongest endure. But on one quiet morning, something extraordinary happens. Deep inside a protected thicket, a lioness lies hidden from the world. Her breathing is heavy, her muscles trembling, yet her eyes glow with fierce determination. Moments later, a tiny creature enters the world, a rare white lion cub, as pale as moonlight and as fragile as a whisper. His fur shimmers softly, unlike any of his siblings. A miracle, but also a curse, because in the savannah, anything that stands out becomes a target. The lioness nudges him gently, guiding him close, protecting him beneath her powerful frame. She knows he will face dangers far greater than ordinary cubs. But for now, she lets him sleep against her heartbeat, unaware that his destiny is already drawing shadows toward him, shadows that move on hungry paws. Days pass, and the white cub grows curious, too curious for his own safety. While his siblings stay close to their mother, he often wanders, drawn by the strange colors and sounds of the savannah. His pale coat glows like a beacon under the sun, making him impossible to hide. One afternoon, as the lioness leads her pride toward a watering hole, a sudden rustle in the grass catches the cub's attention. A bright butterfly flutters past him, dancing just out of reach. Innocent and eager, he trails after it, tiny paws bouncing through the dust. He doesn't notice how far he's drifting. A gust of wind kicks up, carrying with it the distant laughter of hyenas. The pride continues forward, unaware that the smallest member has slipped away. By the time the cub realizes he can no longer hear his mother's footsteps, the savannah has grown frighteningly silent. He lets out a soft cry, bushes shift, eyes gleam. A small pack of hyenas has already spotted him from a distance. They exchange knowing looks. This is no ordinary cub. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Easy prey, rare prize. The cub takes a hesitant step backward, sensing danger but unable to understand its depth. His heartbeat quickens, and the hunters begin to close in. The cub freezes as the first hyena steps into view, its spotted coat blending with the dry grass, its grin wide and hungry. Then another appears, and another. Soon, a semicircle forms around him, each pair of eyes glowing with cruel excitement. Their laughter grows louder, echoing across the plain. The cub instinctively darts backward, but his tiny legs are no match for the advancing predators. Desperate, he scrambles toward a fallen tree, hoping for shelter. His claws slip on the dry bark as he climbs, trembling, whimpering for his mother. Suddenly, his paw catches on something rough. A thick rope, tangled among the branches, snags around his leg. Before he can pull free, his own weight drags him down, twisting the rope tighter. He kicks and struggles, but the rope loops around his middle, then his other leg, hoisting him off the ground. Within moments, he is hanging from the branch, helpless, suspended in the air, swaying like a trapped bird. Below, the hyenas erupt in frenzied excitement. They leap upward, snapping their jaws inches from his dangling feet. Their tongues flick out, their claws scrape the bark, each jump more vicious than the last. The cub screams, a high-pitched cry of pure terror that slices through the savannah. They can't reach him yet, but they know he isn't going anywhere. The pack begins circling, planning, waiting for the rope to loosen or the branch to break. The cub's eyes dart around wildly, tears gathering, chest heaving. And far away, a lioness lifts her head. She has heard her baby's cry. The lioness sprints across the savannah, her muscles burning, heart pounding with fear she rarely allows herself to feel. That cry, she knows it. It is her white cub, her miracle, her weakness, her world. She bursts through the tall grass and freezes. The sight before her is a nightmare made real. Her baby hangs helplessly from a twisted rope in the branches, thrashing in terror. Beneath him, More than a dozen hyenas snarl and leap, their voices rising in a cruel chorus. Dust swirls around their feet as they claw at the trunk, desperate to claim their prize. For a moment, the lioness stops breathing. She scans the scene. Too many hyenas. Their pack is large, hungry, confident. A lioness alone cannot fight them all, not without risking her life. And if she dies, her entire pride loses their hunter, their protector. Her newborns, hidden safely miles away, will starve. Nature demands sacrifice. The savanna respects strength, not emotion. She takes one step forward, then hesitates. Instinct screams at her charge, to tear through the pack and pull her cub into safety. But survival whispers something colder. Turn back. Save yourself. Save the others. Her paws dig into the earth as the weight of the decision crushes her. The hyena leader locks eyes with her, grinning, as if daring her to try, mocking the impossible choice before her. Run and save her pride, or stay and save her child. For one agonizing heartbeat, she stands between both fates. The lioness exhales, a deep, trembling breath, and in that moment, something ancient awakens inside her. The fear dissolves. The hesitation melts. What remains is the unbreakable instinct of a mother who will challenge death itself. Her muscles coil, her eyes narrow, and then she charges. The earth shakes beneath her paws as she roars, a thunderous sound that rips through the hyena pack like lightning. The nearest hyenas stumble back, startled by the sheer fury in her voice. But the leader stands firm, snarling, confident in their numbers. She doesn't slow down. With terrifying precision, she slams into the leader first, knocking him off his feet. Dust explodes around them. Before he can rise, she sinks her claws into his throat, sending panic rippling through the pack. The hyenas scatter, their earlier confidence shattered. But she isn't finished. She positions herself beneath her hanging cub, shielding him with her body, lashing at any hyena foolish enough to inch closer. Her roars echo across the plain, defiant, primal, unstoppable. For the first time, the pack realizes this fight isn't worth the risk. The balance has shifted. Courage has taken control. With the hyenas retreating into the distant grasslands, the savanna finally grows quiet again. The lioness turns her attention upward. Her cub hangs motionless, exhausted and trembling. Gently, she rises on her hind legs and grips the rope with her powerful jaws, tugging and pulling until the fibers snap. The cub drops into her paws, whimpering softly. She lowers him to the ground and carefully licks the dust from his fur, calming his shaking body. His tiny face presses into her chest, seeking comfort, warmth, and safety. She nuzzles him, guiding him back toward their territory before danger can return. As they disappear into the tall grass, the savanna bears silent witness to their survival. In this harsh land, strength alone isn't enough. Sometimes the greatest power of all is a mother's courage to choose love over fear.